What if the most depressed person you know is also the most successful? Not the person crying in bed, not the person disappearing from life, not the person everyone is worried about, but the one everyone admires. The one who never stops working, always shows up, always performs, always smiles just enough to seem okay. Because some people don't fall apart outwardly when they're depressed. They become terrifyingly good at hiding it. And that's what makes high-functioning depression so dangerous. The scary part? When these people finally break down, everyone says the same thing. I had no idea. Today, we're diving into 8 hidden signs of high-functioning depression. The kind almost nobody notices. Sometimes not even the person living with it. 1. They achieve constantly, but feel nothing. From the outside, this person looks unstoppable. Great career, degrees, promotions, money, recognition. Everyone assumes they must feel proud of themselves. But internally, nothing. No excitement, no fulfillment, no real joy after accomplishing something huge. They hit one goal, then immediately chase the next one. No celebration, no pause, no satisfaction. It's like their brain forgot how to reward. Society rewards. The person grinding 14 hours a day, the person who never misses the gym, the person who can't sit still. Sometimes they're not driven by passion, sometimes they're running from loneliness, from insecurity, from emotional pain, from themselves. And the dangerous part is, the world applauds them for it. Nobody looks at the workaholic and says, that person might be suffering. They say, wow, they're disciplined. 4. They're surrounded by people, yet feel completely alone. These people usually function socially just fine. They can joke, hold conversations, go to events, blend into any group. But emotionally, they feel disconnected from everyone, like they're playing a character instead of being themselves. They can stand in the middle of a crowded room and still feel completely isolated. Because there's a massive gap between how the world sees them and how they actually feel inside. And the more successful they appear, the harder it becomes to open up. After all, who would believe them? If someone has a good job, friends, a social life, and seems productive, most people assume they're emotionally okay. So these people stay silent. And loneliness becomes permanent. 5. Their motivation comes from self-hatred, not ambition. This one is huge. Most people chase success because they want something positive, more freedom, more confidence, more fulfillment. But people with high-functioning depression often move for the opposite reason. They're trying to outrun the voice in their head, telling them they're worthless. Every achievement becomes an attempt to prove their inner critic wrong. If I accomplish enough, maybe I'll finally feel like I matter. But it never works, because depression keeps moving the goalpost. Get promoted? Not enough. Make more money? Still not enough. Achieve something incredible? Now the pressure is even higher. So they keep pushing. Harder, faster, further. Not because they love themselves, because they're trying to escape themselves. 6. They never feel fully awake. Even after good sleep, even after rest, even after slowing down, there's still this mental fog hanging over everything, like they're never fully online. They feel slightly detached, mentally slower, forgetful, emotionally numb. A lot of people mistake this for burnout or ADHD, and sometimes it is. But depression can also create this constant low-grade exhaustion, where life never feels fully vivid anymore. Not devastating enough to stop functioning, just exhausting enough to make every day heavier than it should be. 7. Hobbies start feeling pointless. This is one of the saddest signs. Eventually, they stop doing things purely for enjoyment, because enjoyment disappears. Music, art, gaming, sports, socializing, all of it starts feeling inefficient. So they replace hobbies with things that produce measurable outcomes. Money, status, productivity, results. Because if nothing feels good emotionally, their brain starts asking, what's the point unless it benefits me somehow? And little by little, life becomes entirely performance-based, not lived, managed. 8. They take massive risks and know exactly what they're doing. This is where high-functioning depression becomes really dangerous. These people often make huge life decisions, quitting jobs, starting businesses, moving suddenly, ending relationships, making reckless financial choices. But unlike mania, they know the risks. They understand things could collapse. They just don't care as much as other people would. Because when you already feel emotionally numb, risk feels different. In fact, sometimes risk is the only thing that makes them feel alive. The adrenaline, the uncertainty, the possibility of losing everything. For a brief moment, it cuts through the emotional emptiness. And that feeling can become addictive. The hardest part about high-functioning depression is this. The world rewards the symptoms. People praise the overworking, admire the discipline, respect the ambition. Meanwhile, the person underneath it all is quietly drowning. So if someone came to mind while watching this, check on them. And if this sounded uncomfortably familiar, consider the possibility that depression doesn't always look like falling apart. Sometimes it looks like holding everything together perfectly, while suffering in silence. And those are often the people nobody notices until it's too late.